Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel ACBA Designs. On this tutorials I'm going to teach you how to make this beautiful bomber jacket and then trousers for my 4 years boy. So please let's get started. Okay, so these are the materials I'll be needing for my bomber jacket and then trousers. My lycra fabric, my lining, my ruler, scissors, tape measure, pins, and then the measurement. Great, so I will divide my chest measurement, the person's chest measurement, into 4 inches plus 2 inches allowance, that is 8 inches, and then the shirt length is 18 inches. Yes, it's actually 17 inches plus 1 inch as my seam allowance, making 18 inches. I'll then connect the point with my ruler and then cut out. That is for the front. I'll then cut out the back as well. Okay, great. So I'm about to cut the back of the jacket. So this is what I'll be having after cutting the back and then the front. So the neckline is 3 by 3 inches. I'll be inserting a neckband, so 3 by 3 inches is okay for me. And then the shoulder line is 3.5. Okay, let's say plus 0.5 as my allowance, making 4 inches. And then I'll come down by 6 inches. And then my allowance is 6.5. I will then cut out the front neckline and then divide the back neckline into 2 by half. So let's say 1.5. I'll then connect it to the neck point of the front and then cut out. I'll then slope my shoulder line by half an inch and then cut out the armhole, as you can see. Great. So I'll be cutting out on my lining pieces, that is the lycra fabric or any cotton fabric at all. I'll then cut out the front and then the back as well. Great, so I'll be cutting out my sleeves. The width of the sleeves is 6.6 inches plus 1 inch as my seam allowance, making 7 inches, and then the length is 14 inches. So it's actually 13 inches and then 1 inch as my seam allowance. When it comes to the rest of the sleeves, it's 5 inches plus 1 inch as my seam allowance, making 6 inches. Okay, I'll mark it out and then connect it to the underarm or the armhole of the sleeves like this. I'll then cut out and then cut the same for the other side of the sleeves as well. Great. So this is what I'll be having after cutting out my front lining and then the back lining. Okay, so I'll then divide the front lining into 2 like what I'm doing, and then divide the main fabric into 2 as well. Kindly subscribe if you haven't done so for more videos from me. Okay, so I'll be placing each of the lining onto the wrong side of the fabric. But I'll first of all mark out my wrong size so that it doesn't confuse me. So as you can see, I have placed the lining onto the wrong side of each pieces like this. I'll be doing the same thing for the back pieces as well. Okay, so this is it. I'll then turn to the right side, making sure the main fabric faces me, and place the front pieces on it, making sure the right side faces each other. Okay, I'll then go ahead and then turn the lining pieces onto the right side of the main fabric and then sew downwards. That is my zip extension. I'll sew downwards and then turn to the right side like this. Okay, I'll be doing the same thing on the other side as well. Afterwards, I'll go ahead and then sew the shoulder line 1/2 inch and then cut out and then insert in my sleeves. Okay, so I'm about to cut the trousers of the bomber jacket. Okay, so the hip measurement is 28 divided by 4 will give me 7 inches, and then plus 2.5 as my allowance. That is 1.5 as the crotch extension, and then 1 inch as my sewing allowance. So I will come down from the waist downwards 8 inches, and then trouser length is 22 inches. I'll then connect the point with my ruler. That's my crotch line or the hip line. Okay, so crotch extension is 1.5. I'll mark it on the crotch line and then mark the same thing on the waistline. I'll then connect the point and then draw my crotch curve. Okay, so I'll draw the crotch curve this way and then extend it downwards. So I will take away like 2 inches from the ankle of the trousers and then connect it to the crotch. Then I'll cut out. So I'm about to cut the back as well. Okay, so I'll be raising it up, or I'll be raising the front up by 1 inch. I'll mark it. That is, I'll be marking it on the back pieces. I'll then connect it to the side of the first front. Okay, so I'll extend it forward by 1.5. Okay, then bring it down to the front crotch like this. Okay, I'll then extend the back crotch by 2 inches and then connect it to the line extended downwards. Okay, on the wrist too, on the ankle of the trousers too, I'll extend it by 2 inches and then connect it to the back crotch like this. Okay, I'll then cut out. So as you can see, I'm cutting out the back pieces of the trousers. Okay, I will then mark out the wrong side and then cut through. So this is what I'll be having after joining the shoulders of the top part. Okay, so I'll be placing it down this way and then insert my sleeves. Okay, so after inserting the sleeves, I will then cut out the band to be fixed at the wrist, the neckline, the waistline, and then the ankle of my pieces. Okay, so this is the wrist. The length is 8 inches plus 1 inch as my seam allowance. That is 9 inches, and then the width is 3 inches. I'll then cut out 2 pieces for the wrist, 2 pieces for the ankle. I'll cut my long pieces for the waist, but I'll shorten it by 10 to 15 inches so that when I pull, I'll get a bit gathers in the waistline. Same thing for the trousers waistline. Okay, then I'll cut my neck band as well. Okay, great. So this is what I'll be having after cutting out. That is for my wrist, for my ankle pieces. For the trousers waist, the trousers waistband should be smaller than the jacket waistband. That is for my neck. Okay, and then the last one for my jacket waistline. I'll then go ahead and then insert the band at the rest of the sleeves by opening the sleeves this way, but I'll be pulling my lycra fabric to get a bit gathers at the wrist area. I'll be doing the same thing at the other side of the sleeves as well by opening it. So after inserting the band, I'll then put it together like this and then sew 1 inch at the side of the sleeves and then the top. Great. So this is what I'll be having after fixing the band at the sleeves or the rest of the sleeves. I'll then go ahead and then fix the waistband and then the neck band, but I'll be pulling it to get a bit gathers at the waist area. Then I'll trim off the excess. Okay, so inserting the neck band, I'll then leave 1 inch where to fix my zip and then sew along and then leave another 1 inch at the end of the neck. Okay, great. So this is what I'll be having after fixing the band and then the neckline. I'll then go ahead and then fix my zip as well. I'll work on the trousers. So as you can see, this is the front. I'll then place the right side of each facing me like this. I'll then place the right side of the back on it like this, then the other side as well. I'll then go ahead and sew 1 inch at both sides, so 1 inch downwards and then 1 inch downwards at both sides. Great. So this is what I'll be having after sewing the 1 inch at both sides. I'll then open it and then make sure the right side of each faces each other and then sew 1/2 inch at the crotch line. Okay, so after sewing, I'll then open it and then insert my ankle band by opening it this way. I'll then place the band on it and then sew by pulling the band to create a bit gathers at the ankle area. I'll be doing the same thing at the other side as well. Okay, that's the waist area. I'll then take the waist and then open it this way and then bring it together like this, so 1/2 inch downwards and open it and fold it into 2 like this and insert it into the waist of my trousers. I'll also pull it to get a bit gathers. Great. So this is what I'll be having after inserting the band at the ankle area. I'll then go ahead and open it and sew the crotch area 1 inch downwards. Great. So this is what I'll be having after finishing. I have fixed my zip and everything. Thank you all for watching my video. See you all in our next video. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, kindly do so. Press the notification bell to notify you anytime I upload any video. See you all in our next video.